Hey guys, welcome to Operation Crypto. Zilliqa has had quite a decent move over the course of the last 2 weeks, really. We have created some foundations down here where the price has reacted quite well. I mean, tied in with Bitcoin movement, it's obviously going to get some movement, but it's doing well. I mean, look at today, it's already up closing on 12% on that day. So all in all, things are looking okay. Fingers crossed Bitcoin does maintain this bullish price action over the course of the last 2 weeks, and with that, alts will follow it. So through this video, we'll take a look at Zilliqa in both the USDT and the BTC pairings, and we'll just identify a few key levels, some areas where you could potentially buy, and then some areas where you could potentially sell. So starting off on the weekly time frame, like I say, the last 2 weeks have been quite decent, to be honest. I mean, we've had that drop down here to 3.3 cent, which is crazy considering the asset has been all the way up to here, up to 25 cent. But it is what it is. The entire market shook off. I remember back in November time around here, that's when Bitcoin created some new highs and some alts really did rally, but Zilliqa did pretty much fail to cause any type of bullish price action. But we've got a lot of things metaverse related going on with Zilliqa, so that could add a bit of fuel to a fire over the course of the next few weeks and months. So let's just mark a couple of key levels up. We've obviously got the bottom, which was there. I mean, you could say it was a level of resistance back then in November 2020, and we used that level as support before we did turn around and start to push up. Looking at another couple of key levels that we have to potentially keep an eye on is around here, and I'm going to put a different type of level on this. It's a bit more of a box level, but if you look all these wicks that we catch now, all these wicks all the way through, I think that's the next area that the price really needs to break through. So that's a major level of weekly resistance. As you can see, multiple wicks in it here, all support wicks down here. Support wicks before we did then reject, it was then resistant, and that is the next level we need to look at coming up to. So dropping down to daily time frame, as you can see, we are coming up to this region now. Just bear in mind that the market is always very uncertain, and at any point, if Bitcoin did get a shakeout, the market would follow it down. And looking at his latest move, so we have the start of a move here. In terms of Fibonacci, if you're looking for buyers on this current move and the price did reject from here, personally, I would start laddering in, probably from around 5 cent, all the way down, back down to this bottom region at 3.4 cent. I'm not going to say it's going to get down there. Pretty much highly unlikely that we do get down there, but just be wary. Like I say, if the market did shake out, you could get some orders filled down there. But for now, I think buys around this zone here at 4.95 cent is probably a decent area for you to look at targeting. The RSI is pushing up towards that overbought territory. It's not quite there yet. We can still make a good move up into this level of resistance before we did get another little shakeout, but let's see what goes on. I think there's a more chance that if we did push up to this region at -2.7, which is at 6 cent, I think if we did spin around there and start to pull back, then you're probably looking at buys at 5.5 and 4.9 cents. So maybe if you're looking for buys, wait to see if we do push up to this level of resistance and see if we do get a bit of a pullback. I would suggest that we probably will get a pullback at this stage because it is it's a decent level of resistance that we really need to conquer. I think we will reject first time, second time or third time when we push through, you're probably going to look at taking some profit up at 8.2 cent, which is that next major level of resistance. Looking at a couple of indicators, so I use the 50 and the 20 and moving averages, and I think these, for me, give me a longer term perspective as to where the price is going. I mean, if you're looking at the 50, let's just get rid of that. For any type of bullish price action, you need to be above the 50, and that's what's happened now. We have actually got back above that moving average 50, which is a great sign. For me, when there's any price action below the 50, if you're looking for shorts, that is a great time. And if you're looking for longs, it is always a great period above it. Just be wary that once you do break above it, sometimes you do get a retest of that 50. So that 4.9, 4.6 region could be a decent level for you to target. But putting the 20 back on, we are now about to form a bullish cross over the next couple of days. I think that's a great sign of long-term activity. Last time we had a bearish cross was back in November. We did try to reclaim that 50 there, but we then dumped right back through it when the market did get a shakeout. And these bullish and bearish crosses just give me a bit of a good fuzzy feeling which way the price direction is going to go. Look back here, back in November 2020, we crossed above it and we had no bearish price action until May 21. So that was a great period. Let's see if the same can happen again. even if we do reject off this level of resistance here at around 6 cents, I think that bullish crash will still happen, and I think price action will really be positive. Over the bigger picture though, I think the next 3 to 4 weeks are going to be bullish. April is historically a bullish month for cryptocurrency and financial markets in general. But just be wary of the old saying, selling May and go away. That could happen. So we could have 3 to 4 weeks of bullish narrative now. And then leading into May, we may get a potential reversal. Maybe it may not be substantial, but there will be reversal potentially. So if you're looking to ride this out, just remember going in towards May, which is around, let's mark it up with a nice, let's vertical line. We'll put April, which is, sorry, May. May the 1st is there. So what we're looking for is some decent price action, which will potentially lead us up to here. Who knows? We may get some bullish price action up here to around this level of resistance, up at 11 cents before we did then pull back down towards this region. So I'm going to leave that little squiggly line on there and see if we can get any type of price action like that over the course of the next few weeks. Fingers crossed we do. Just before I do jump into any price analysis on the BTC pairing, I just want to talk about BlockFi. It's a platform I'm using on a day-to-day basis, and it's where I'm earning my passive income on my Bitcoin. You can earn up to 11% APY by getting a BlockFi interest account. Interest accrues daily and then it's paid monthly in Bitcoin to your account. If you do use that link in the description of this video, you could potentially get up to $250 paid in Bitcoin into your account once you do submit a deposit. So that's the dollar pair covered. I've mentioned levels to buy and then levels to sell here. And fingers crossed over the course of the next 3 to 4 weeks, we get some positive price action up to this level. So market level around there, you can see loads of wicks within my area. Obviously, I did a bit of a deviation of price action, but then most daily candles were closures around there. So looking for something very similar to that. So that's that covered. Like I say, we'll just have a look at the BTC pairing. What's going on here? We'll put on a weekly time frame. Not too good, to be honest. We had that bearish cross then. I'm still expecting Bitcoin to go in a rally personally. If that does happen, these Satoshi pairs will start to feel the pain still. I mean, we've been down to 95 sats. We need to reclaim this level here, which it is trying to do. If you look at this level on terms of a horizontal array, that's a level we need to get back above. It has rejected off it, and it's probably going to reject off at 20. If it does, I'm not going to say this is going to happen, but just be wary that this area here is a potential level where it could load up in Satoshis at 87. So just be wary, that's an area to potentially buy. And then if you're looking to sell, use these moving averages. So we got 133 sats and then 170 Satoshis. So that's going to do it today. Just some quick analysis on a BTC pair and mainly in the dollar pair. I think most people do trade in the dollar pair now. Fingers crossed as well that Metapolis does quite well, and the metaverse approach that Zilliqa is taking now, coupled with sharding and their blockchain, I think fingers, toes, everything crossed, it's going to be a great 6 months to a year for Zilliqa. So that's going to do it. If you're new here, please make sure that you are subscribed, hit that like button. I'll catch you next time.